In the quiet gardens of the St. Thomas Abbey in Brno, a humble friar named Gregor Mendel found himself contemplating a profound mystery. Surrounded by his beloved pea plants, he observed the curious patterns of nature. Why did some plants grow tall and majestic, while others remained short? Why did some yield smooth, yellow peas, while others produced wrinkled, green ones? It seemed like a chaotic lottery, but Mendel suspected there was an underlying order, a set of rules governing the inheritance of traits from one generation to the next. This quiet curiosity in a monastery garden would spark a revolution in our understanding of life itself. Driven by his questions, Mendel embarked on an epic experiment that would span nearly a decade. His methods were a masterclass in scientific rigor and patience. With the delicate precision of an artist, he used a small brush to transfer pollen from one pea plant to another, carefully controlling their parentage. To ensure the purity of his crosses, he covered the blossoms with small cloth bags, protecting them from the whims of wind and insects. Over 8 years, he meticulously cultivated and tracked almost 30,000 individual pea plants. He focused his attention on 7 distinct and easily observable traits: seed color, seed shape, flower color, pod shape, pod color, flower position, and plant height. Every plant was a data point in his grand investigation. As the data accumulated, the hidden laws of heredity began to reveal themselves. Mendel discovered that when he crossed a purebred plant with yellow seeds with one that had green seeds, the first generation of offspring always produced yellow seeds. The green trait seemed to vanish completely. He called this principle the law of dominance, where one trait, the dominant one, could mask the presence of another, the recessive one. But the real magic happened in the next generation. When he allowed these hybrid plants to self-pollinate, the lost green trait reappeared. The offspring consistently showed a predictable pattern. For every 3 plants with yellow seeds, there was one with green seeds. This elegant 3-to-1 ratio led him to formulate the law of segregation, proposing that each parent passes on one of 2 factors for each trait, and these factors separate during the formation of reproductive cells. These invisible factors, which we now call genes, were the fundamental units of heredity. In 1866, Mendel compiled his years of painstaking work into a paper titled Experiments in Plant Hybridization, and presented it to the local scientific community. The response was underwhelming. His work was met with silence and indifference. For over 3 decades, his revolutionary findings lay forgotten, collecting dust in obscure journals. The world, it seemed, was not yet ready for his ideas. It wasn't until the turn of the 20th century that his work was independently rediscovered by several scientists who arrived at similar conclusions. They unearthed his original paper, and the true significance of his discoveries finally dawned on the scientific world. The humble friar from Brno was posthumously given a new title, the Father of Genetics. His patient observations in a monastery garden had laid the unshakable foundation for modern biology, forever changing how we understand the intricate tapestry of life.